now. Is my voice there? Hello, welcome. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Hello. Sorry about that. Things keep changing on YouTube. All right, Ravish, as I was saying, I don't know if you heard it, but you have to have this kind of some kind of safe bowl uh, for sage burning, and then I showed you the loose sage leaves. You put some in this, and then with a lighter of some kind, you burn it. And then, if you have any kind of dry branch, which you can stoke it from time to time, so that and then you can carry it around throughout the rooms. You can smudge yourself, your tarot decks, everything. Was the voice on at that time? The last time I was on air? You? I guess you're saying yes. Okay, great. So who else is here? Let's say hi. No, I had clicked not for kids or whatever. I wanted to make it, instead of saying for kids, for not kids, all age or PG. I don't know. They should have some other kind of, because both have certain kind of restrictions. How much it will come on news feeds and whatever. So the people online, hello, hello, welcome. And today we are doing a live for energy update and maybe a bit of chit chat. I'll be focusing more on astrology for this month, physical symptoms, and the kind of upgrade we might be receiving, some of the difficult dates in this month. Uh, if I'm looking away or up, I'm channeling, and I do sweat a lot when I'm channeling. So forgive me, my AC is on. Uh, all right. So let's directly get into it. There are a ton of dates, so I have made notes. Let's start with what is already going on, which is that Neptune is in Pisces. So, for those who are intuitives, those who are, hi Meghna, belated happy birthday. And those of you who wished me on my birthday, thank you so much. And for the rest of you who forgot, I'm a Leo, I was hurt. um, some of you made me feel extra special, and thank you. Hey Bidu, welcome. I'm sorry, but when I'm channeling, I won't be able to see your comments, and I will try to figure out how. I think I can scroll up and down. I will try and hold all your questions towards the end. And for twin flame specifically, I might make a brief video because things are going to change on this channel a little bit, a lot. But energy updates, apart from here, for reminders for my channel for the date wise, please follow me on Instagram. Bidu, you are new here. If you like my style, or I'm very brief, I'm very concise when it's written. When we are talking, and especially on live, it can be fun and bit more free, and there'll be jokes and laughter and songs and stuff like that, and bit of answering of questions. So those of you who are new, welcome, and let's get started. So like I'm saying, this is a great time to use your intuition, continue using your intuition for next 2 months. It's crucial. And those of you who are not very sure, right, or feel that your third eye is not fully open, this would be a great time to do a few exercises. If you let me know, I might share on my Facebook Conversations with Love page. I might share some exercises for the third eye. As I have told you, intuition is usually confused by people uh, with their recurring thoughts or very strong emotion that they might be feeling. Sometimes, when there is no other option, that's how the spirit does choose to talk to us. But most of the time, our intuition is a very soft voice, and the more you do listen and pay attention to it, the stronger it gets. And especially if you are someone who thinks you are a twin flame, if you are a light worker, if you're a healer, for sure your third eye needs to be open and balanced. And what blocks third eye is being in a currently. I'm not talking what was the reality in the past, even yesterday is in the past. Looking at things from purely black and white, not being able to be in an observer state, being judgmental. The more this is in balance, the more you will be able to say, I this action was not appropriate, or if this action I disapprove of because, well, murder, rape, etc., cheating, uh, fraud, scamming, but you will not condemn the person. You will condemn the act, not the person. In fact, you will probably have a deeper understanding or a knowing about, is it a childhood thing? Is it a, you know, I don't like the word mental disease, or but well, there are some other medical reasons, there are physiological reasons, there are psychological reasons, not to make excuses, rather to come from a place of compassion. um, Also, the third eye assists you when it is especially grounded to, yes, I'm capable of helping, but I don't have to run behind. My favorite in this, and I think Ravish has too, when I have spoken about this in the past, is the lighthouse stays in one place, right? It doesn't go chasing after every ship and boat, saying, hey, don't go there and you'll smash, or you need my light. You have to stay. The desire to help, assist, guide may be overwhelming, but you have to a wait for the person to approach you for that. Second, you have to be discerning, are they ready for what you specifically have to say? For example, if someone has a heart palpitation, you do not immediately go to the cardiology chief or the chief surgeon of a hospital. You will probably start with a GP, right? Maybe that's not the correct analogy, but we'll be talking a lot about heart. Maybe that's why I'm channeling this analogy. Um, the point is, you have to know who's ready for what kind of information. Like me, I am probably one of the harder metaphysical teachers, because I have walked this path for so long, and I do not condone people pleasing habits. So I'll not say, oh, how nice, oh, I'm so sorry, oh my god, and oh, there. No, mollycoddling not happening with me. That is one of the first things. I'm very clear speaking. I do not have time for frivolous talks and all of that, right? So people might find my way of mentoring a little different and sharp. I scold when I have to. If I have to call out people on the bullshit, I will. I will tell, I won't say no, no, everybody else is wrong. I'll ask people to introspect, which is very important for the upcoming days. So you might hear me more plain speaking than ever before. You may or may not like certain messages that come from me, but focus on the message, not taking it that I'm personally attacking or criticizing or condemning anyone or anything, right? So, Neptune in Pisces, though it is very helpful with our intuition, brings up, psychic awareness. It helps us delve deeper into our subconscious far more easily. What it also brings up is the unhealed parts of our subconscious, hence delusions, paranoia, our fears, nightmares. Keeping a dream journal is going to be extremely helpful because you can then figure out what are the unhealed aspects of you. Now, last month, Venus was in Cancer. For a lot of people, a lot in the collective, and it might have started before, family dynamic issues, the unhealed aspects, the things that needed to be said, spoken about, addressed, had it coming. Those of us who were resistant to it, me being one of them, I didn't want to address certain issues. I was aware, I was healing, but I didn't want to tell the person, right? Out of respect, out of uh, what we have been conditioned about how to behave. But it comes as a force and it was made to come out. It was not that it was created, it was more unearthed. The carpet was pulled away to show the stains and the cracks in the floor. I hope I'm making sense. Now we are going to be moving away from that. So, what were the fears, the paranoias, the um, you were made aware even of the origin, which is your family, your parents, right? Your siblings, perhaps, but specifically mother and father. You were made aware that it is something you're carrying forward, their belief system, the anger that has been simmering inside you since you were, say, 3 years old, 2 years old, and now it's come to a boiling rage, and do something about it, address it. When you if you have used a pressure cooker and right after you switch it off, and even if you have lifted the whistle off it and you open it instantly, you are most likely going to damage some part of you, your hand, you can get the steam on your face. It comes out like a. So is it with anger. So the first time when you try to address, it might have come out as more of a outburst. Now we are getting a second chance with a lot of things. I'm coming to that. I know I'm talking a lot of things. It's all going to start making sense. So, Neptune in Pisces might have helped you purge a lot of things with nightmares in your dream state. Sleep has been on and off, very disrupted, interrupted. You may have seen very vivid dreams, but that you don't remember, or dreams that you have no idea why you saw people you didn't recognize, but you remember extremely vividly. They might have been symbology, other things in the dream state. This will continue. So keep a dream journal. Uh, what it has done is where we have been shy of our shadow aspects. That also was very clearly highlighted. Uh, for males, they were shown, or they are still being shown, where they are holding themselves back from their true happiness when they know where it exists, where they are holding on to old conditionings, understandings, paradigms, where they are staying because of fear, insecurities. What 2020 has essentially done, and as a huge favor, because metaphysics teachers, healers, coaches, light workers, whatever you call them, we have been trying, me personally, since probably 2008 or 2009, to explain to people the illusion of control, to surrender, and all of that. And people thought it was just words and jargons. But 2020 shattered, चिथड़े कर दिए, the illusion of control. That you can have all the grand plans in the world, you can have 5-year plan and 10-year plans, and you can have saved, and you could have, you know, decided where you want to go for vacation, and decided your entire life, I'm going to go this way, and this is what's going to happen, and this is the person I'm going to spend it with. And 2020 shattered that illusion that we, the humans, are at all in control. Whether it was real, whether it is real, whether the point is the universe, the planetary alignments ensured that humanity realizes there's something bigger going on. We need to go inward. We need to start healing issues. People who were married, for example, left in the morning for the individual jobs, spent 2 hours commuting, 4 hours commuting, 8 to 10 hours in the job, came home, spent maybe time over dinner, watched some television, and went to sleep. Now suddenly they were thrown together for 3 to 4 months and realized they're not compatible at all. That and a lot of other things are now coming to a head for those who have not cooperated with the energy change. So, the good news, let's start with that first, is this Venus, who was in Cancer and brought up all these inner child issues, our childhood issues, the issues with our parents, is today moving into Leo, Grand Leo. Leo is the heart. Leo is the sun, the center of the solar system, is the life giver, is the energy, is love, 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 is generous, is fun. All we need in return is some appreciation. People, give it to us. We deserve it. More than that. It's like playful, playful. This playfulness is going to be extremely important because that's what makes the Leo energy thrive. All right. If you're going to try and continue being all serious, the next 2 months are going to whoop your ass. Pardon my French. You have to find the lightness, the lightheartedness, the fun in situations, find your humor, even in the tough times, even in the most darkest, bleakest thing, your morbid sense of humor, find it. It's wonderful, it helps. And it is going to be in Leo till 2nd of October. Why do I say that's the best thing and the good news? Well, because, like I said, this is going to support Neptune in Pisces, the intuition, the feminine energy, Venus is direct, is in Leo, is all about love, sensuality, is about sexuality, uh, good stuff, expensive stuff, not necessarily expensive, but luxurious items, good food, good company, Um, of course, Venus is not just that. She is about money. She's about earthy. She is the ruler of um, the earthy realms as well. But I'm talking from the feminine energy, not the gender, of being receptive, of listening to your intuition, of coming from your heart space, speaking using these two energies, right? Not so much from your ego. The masculine energies are kind of being halted in their tracks so that the feminine energy can find itself fully expressing herself. Energy, not gender. So the more you give into your creative pursuits, listen to your intuition, the more nurturing, kind, and giving that you are. I'm going to be chastising a bit. Spirituality is not about convenient timing. When people say they are light workers, they are healers, they are teachers, they are spiritual or whatever on this journey, and they think that they are kind, they are generous, they are giving. If you're giving to people with a thing of what am I getting back, that is not generosity. Generosity has to come from a place of gratitude. When you're doing charity, if you're doing it to balance your karma, because out of self righteousness, that's coming from ego. If you are doing it to assuage your guilt, because, well, you know, if you do something good, you will get some brownie points or something like that. You are trading, you're bartering. That is not at all charity or generosity. Let me ask you, except you, Ravish, I'm sorry, I know you don't like being given a shout out, but I'm just saying, how many of you, without any selfish motive, knowing that I'm not doing readings, healings, or any kind of work, knowing the situation of this year, how many of you even made one single energy exchange, donation, anything you want to call it? Despite the fact that for even a lot of you, for at least 3 years, I have been giving free guided meditations, energy updates. I said, plain speaking, get used to it. You will do it, and others will do it with you too. I have been sharing articles, tools that people charge a lot. They do workshops for stuff which I have posted for free, shared for free for 3 years. I mean, when I was deleting one of my groups thing because my WhatsApp has got filled, which is why I'm not being active over there currently. I have to delete a ton of stuff in so many groups, in so many pages, on so many different ways. Phone calls for free, not charging for counseling, not charging for my phone bill, not charging for the time even. If people think you're paying someone, uh, you're not going to a kirana store. You're not paying me for my uh, spiritual abilities, my psychic abilities. You cannot even afford it. That is a God's gift. No one can pay me for that. What you are assisting with any payment is the internet, the electricity, the phone bills. You are making sure that in the law of karma, you can use the information being provided from me to you. This energy update that I'm giving, I have seen how much people charge. Exactly, exactly. For the simplest of things, which are free. I have shared always. Whether on phone calls, I have been there. Hours I have spoken to all of you. Hours. Not one donation, mind you, apart from you. Every month, Ravisha has been sending me. The amount is not important. Be it 700, be it whatever. She has been giving me every month. The thing with the law of karma is if you are not willing to even give a good energy exchange in the sense of a like, there's one like here, it's Ravisha's. There are 5 people online. Hit that like button, people. You know, nobody is commenting here. How about when I put videos saying thanks if you don't know what else to write? Thanks, Meghna. How about just putting a smile emoticon in the comments just so that I know that you were there, you benefited, or coming back and saying, hey, that bit, it resonated. Yes, it's a love reading, but this exactly played out in my career field. It's general readings. When people take a reading from me, I stopped doing the private readings because of a lot of draining that happened in me because there was no positive energy exchange. I had to stop, even for the beautiful people who I want to do it for, who have paid up for it. I couldn't do it. I was blocked from doing it because people don't even say a thank you. A thank you. I make that video, I upload it, I send you the link. One word, thank you. Manners, not even energy exchange, if I might say so. Anyways, at this time, you are being observed by Pluto, by Saturn, and Jupiter. Were you really kind? Were you really generous? Were you in any way there for someone who cannot do anything for you in that moment? The blessings that might have come your way, did you miss out on those? We'll find out towards the end of this month when Jupiter goes direct. Of course, your hard work might be bringing in blessings, but additional blessings are like that umbrella that cover you when nothing else is working for you. There was someone I was talking to. He's very generous with his teachings. He shares a lot of his information, things that people would charge in lakhs. He just teaches people in his profession, media. And for 25 years, he has been giving selflessly to people, right? And one time he was really down and he was talking about people who were doing a lot of fraud, were not paying him on time or didn't pay him at all. And a lot of things happened. And he was like, why? What am I doing wrong? And I was like, listen, it might be a test, it might be a lesson, it might be a karma balancing out. But the fact that you are still doing it without any expectation, if someone comes to you, you share. What you don't realize is that person who's acting from so much ego and selfishness and 3D energies, bad times come to all of us, even light workers. We do go through the highs and lows. The planets do shift in our horoscope as well. But at that time, when you have the raincoat of blessings, something, some hand, helping hand reaches out and pulls you out. A phone call, energy exchange, some policy you took ages ago, something miraculous happens. But then those who have been operating from selfish energies, not wanting to give energies, um, taking in fact and thinking they got away with it, when their bad time comes, not one hand reaches out to help them. People are happy when they fail, when the bad time comes, and bad time does come if there is. There's a saying that says, if what was I saying? There are two, three sayings coming to me right now. If winter is here, can spring be far behind? Now reverse it. If summer is here, can winter be far behind? Right? It all works in a cycle. Good wishes, blessings, prayers, heartfelt, never go to waste. You might think, oh, this plant doesn't give me any fruits, why should I have it? Before people knew science, um, the plants were still giving us oxygen, right? And not because they were like, oh, I'm giving oxygen, they were just being themselves. Animals, people who right now, oh my god, it is so disturbing. I'm ranting a little bit, but with maid servants, appalling behavior in this country, and not those who themselves are broke or something. I'm seeing the people who are going through difficult situations are the kindest. Those who have abundance, are blessed financially, are the first ones who stopped paying the watchmen, the dhobis, the maid servants. Really? That's what you want God to notice in you? All right, great. So Venus goes into Leo on September 6th to October 2nd. Here we have to find that niceness, the kindness, the mother energy, the generosity. Listen to our intuition and allow ourselves to receive, be it guidance, be in surrender, not be in the doing constantly mode. Allow our emotions to surface and give a voice to it. Be able to express it does not always mean speaking about it. Um, Firoza is something that might help a lot at this time. Hello, more people. Please do rewind and watch because I did give a chastising of sorts. It wasn't chastising, it's for your benefit. Take the message, ignore the tone if it was inappropriate. What goes around comes around for sure. It may not come around from that very hand, but it does come around really. So we have to listen to our intuition, keep a dream journal, it will really help you. The point of my energy updates is not to just put astrological or channeling used to put in fear in you, it is to give you solutions or to prepare you that those who don't know, those who are in the collective, they may be coming at you with a certain energy. Don't take it personally. In fact, be the one who is the lighthouse, the transmutator of energies, being the voice of reason, of calmness, of love in that, right? And this is crucial, and I'm again and again saying this till at least first half of November. It just got into September, October, first half of November. This right now you might think, why is she coming so harshly with this message? Because I don't know how to make it bold, italics, and that fontage. I don't know how else to say it. If you think it's coming from my ego or what, no, 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 nothing like that. It's to assist you. All my energy updates are not about fear inducing, it's about this is what's happening. Don't be afraid. Breathe it in, breathe it out, see what's coming up, what can you work with, what can you release, and where can you be the light worker that you are. Shine your light, grow and keep growing, and we will be doing this forever, probably. Okay, now what is important, there are a lot of planetary transits happening this month. But the crucial bit why I'm saying all this is Mars is going retrograde on 9th of September, which is also the 9-9 portal gateway. Uh, about endings. What endings? Karmic. Why karmic? Because Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter have been in Capricorn, have been retrograde in Capricorn. Ravisha is a Capricorn, which has brought a lot of standstill, made them re-question a lot of things. If you're a Capricorn zodiac sign, yes, but we all are being influenced depending on where in your zodiac horoscope it is, right? But for the collective, what does that mean? Was all the prathas, the Sanskriti, the old way of doing things, because it was not changing, was brought to a grinding halt. I'm sorry, I nearly cursed. It was like a brake and a handbrake applied together. Stop! Just because you use the line, this is how it's always happened, is not good enough. Not a good enough citation or reason. This is the time of change. Uranus, that has been in Taurus and is going to continue to be in Taurus right up to 2026, is the harbinger of change, is throwing out all the old and redundant, is making us question everything, the way we have been doing things, the society's understanding of marriage, of politics, of uh, corporate houses, of business, of banking. Remind me to come to that for later. So Mars goes retrograde on the 9th till November 13th. We are already in the shadow period. And what does that mean? Why is that so important? Mars, the masculine energy, not gender, but it is going to impact the male gender a lot more. And those feminines who are very go getter, do it on top of things, you know, you will feel there was a slight movement and you were looking forward to diving in full headlong into getting things done, starting some work, projects, whatever, and suddenly feeling held back, tied down. Mercury, the action hero, the warrior, Viking, gorgeous being that he is, fiery, passionate, is in lockdown. Let's put it like that. So, he's in Aries. It's going to be really one of the longest time periods he's going to be in a place or whatever. But next year he's going to be hopping like literally every 6 weeks. Next year is going to be very interesting because we'll be doing a lot of things once we get the chance, which is not the first 6 months. Later, another video. So Mars means anger as well, but it won't be direct anger. It will be more passive aggressive kind of behavior, restrained behavior. It will be more, I'm not finding the correct word for it. Let me see if I can find a correct word. Mm, Ravisha, give me a word for subtle anger. What is subtle anger? Mutterings when we are, but the other planets are kind of encouraging us to talk about it with the intention of moving towards peace. Um, Temper tantrums, there will be temper tantrums, there will be short fuses, there will be miscommunication, but it is not an outright confrontation. You understand? You might say a little bit and hold yourself back. You might write an angry letter instead of confronting someone. Things like that. With Mercury retrograde, why The focus has to be completely on your health. Next 2.5 months, everybody. Remember in the beginning of this year when all this had started, I had said there will be probably either a second wave of this coronavirus or whatever, or some other reason, God forbid, for in October and November. At that time, I wasn't looking at the astrology; it was a channeling, and now I know Mars is in retrograde, which lowers our immune system, which also brings up anybody who has any disease to do with blood, connected to the blood pressure, indirectly heart, indirectly diabetes, indirectly thyroid, uh, hemorrhaging, AIDS, probably. What other diseases do we have connected to blood? Not low blood pressure is not a disease necessarily, but high blood pressure. Those things will be on the rise, but your immune system will be on the low. So I know people have suddenly relaxed. They're going back to liver, I'm not sure. Dengue. Oh shit, with the heat and humidity, yes, mosquitoes, shit. Um, People have relaxed. They are trying to get back to work. They are thinking this is not to be taken seriously, or whatever the reason might be. The point that we were isolated, at least for me and my son, it's now 8 month. Okay, his board exams were going on in February, so it's February, March, April, May, June, July, August, and now we're in September. 8 month. And I have stepped out only once because I urgently needed money and I had to go to one place for my policy, breaking a policy, surrendering a policy. And it has not been that hard for me because, anyway, I have been in self isolation now for pretty much 7 years. Uh, but it does lower our immune system. Interacting with people gradually mm, introduces us to their germs, their bacteria, viruses, and we naturally, gradually build and strengthen our immune system. Uh, and that because of lack of exercise, lack of movement, lack of fresh air, lack of sun for those who have been completely indoors, and complete isolation, which means your body is not being exposed to a lot of other people, handshakes or hugging, even the happy hormones that are released in our body. I will be posting on Insta something about it. Will find that suddenly when they go out, maybe it's because festivals will be around that corner, or jobs will open up, or something. There might be a comeback of either COVID or something else. But we need to be careful, and so I urge you all to take your, lemon honey water, have your ginger tea with tulsi, because we believe in it, right? If you don't believe in it, fine. Turmeric, onions, garlics in your food. Exercise, start exercising. This is a good time for us to start. Who have stopped meditating, those who have stopped exercising, those who want to quit any bad habits, toxic behavior patterns. This is a wonderful time to do that. Why? Because retrograde means the word redo, revision, rethink, re strategize, regenerate, reconciliate. Um, what other rewords are we there? This time we are being asked to do things that we personally feel like you make a project for school. Everyone is like, oh, good. And you're like, no, I'm not happy with the way I've made the cover, and you want to redo it. You are going to be the one who has to see where you want to redo something. I'm not happy how I left things with so and so. I'm going to make a attempt to do it in a different way this time. When Mercury goes into retrograde, the way things work is like, oh my god, like that. Okay, here is where the retrograde starts. You get an idea, that dot is the idea, and then you suddenly realize, oh, for this I need this, and to reach here I need this, and I need this, right? You go backward, and how it plays out is you will first do the thing that you understood, the epiphany, the clarity came last. You will start from there. I need to take admission in a college. First step, you go to the college, fill out the form. Once I have done X amount of hours, I can ask for internship, becomes your second step. Mercury retrograde works like that. So, what you started off with, I want to be a computer engineer, will happen last. Of course, that's not possible in a retrograde period, it was just an analogy. But in Mars, what's going to happen is you'll think, realize, and make an attempt, and maybe multiple attempts. But it is more about a time for reflection, retrospect, rest, rejuvenate, go inward. And this time it is about you. Your, do I want that friend? Do I want to be in touch with certain relatives? Do I want to go back to that job even when this lockdown is over? What are the changes? And if I do value someone, how can I redo it? How can I make a newer approach to something? How can I, that, those are the questions you will have to ask, or you are being asked to ask. That's the focus that you will have to have over this next 2.5 months, which will bring you a lot of clarity once you can start with action. When is that action going to be? We're going to get a bit of respite in December. But if you are someone who's looking forward to 2021, don't be too excited yet. I will make a separate video for that as well. It's going to be better than this, but it's going to take some time. Okay, anger, redo, focus on self, immune system. You will feel held back in a lot of places. Try not to allow the frustration to grow. I'm so sorry, I have to take a sip of water. Okay. Now, to alone, it would have been wonderful. Mercury went into Libra yesterday. Libra is about justice, the peacekeeper, the balanced. So, we'll try to be balanced in our communication. Try. But with Mars energies and with Neptune energies, we may meander. We may start talking about something completely go off. Yesterday, I was giving an example to someone. I said, for example, somebody calls you up and says, you know what, we are going to be starting this new project and it's going to be great. It's about this, that, and this person gets excited. He obviously wants to be a part of the project. And then the person who calls says, and you know what? I can't believe I'm going through a divorce. I've been married for 20 years and this, that, and after that ends the conversation. And the person who received the phone call was, what? So, was that a job offer? What you'll have to do in such a situation is clarify. So, when you called, does that mean you want me a part of that project? When you called, were you saying we should get together for a date? Ask, clarify. Because people may want to make amends, may want to say something, but the communication might be a bit muddled, or it may get off track, and angers may come out, arguments may occur, which will completely derail the intention with which the communication was being held. Now, more transits that are happening, or not transits, the planets. Jupiter is going direct on 12th. Yay! Jupiter expands everything. He was, he is in Capricorn, and Capricorn had Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto, and we could see a lot of things, how we want to do things, at least personally speaking. I could see how I want to do things, what changes I want to bring, what my work ethic should be, what I'm where I have to draw boundaries with my audience or my clients, but I was not able to put it into practice or see a way of doing it. But with Jupiter going direct on 12, the knowledge, the wisdom is going to suddenly bring clarity. All that we have been going through will start making sense to us. And what will come is he always brings some blessings to us. He does. Saturn will go direct on 29. That is the end of this month. So where he has been holding people back, not letting things happen, saying, wait, halt, there'll be a little bit of easing off. The changes we want to bring in, we will slowly be able to start doing it. Now, next year in 2021, Jupiter and Saturn will be in Aquarius. Hence, anyways, on 22nd of October, the Libra season starts. Again, wanting balance, peace, justice, fairness, and a lot of conversation about that. What is fair or not fair? Like I started with, condemning actions, not people. Coming to a situation from a observer and a neutral person point of view rather than taking sides. By the end of this year, anyway, there's going to be a huge split. I've spoken about it in my previous videos. At this time, I would also like to just request, when you are going through certain symptoms or something, or you need an energy update to figure out what is going on, check my previous video. I usually don't put a new one till I have something new to say, which I'm going to try to change it now. But I find it redundant to keep repeating the same things. And also on Instagram, it is not about when I posted it. I post when I get the channeling, when the message comes to me. When you will go through those symptoms or those situations may vary depending on where you are at, in what wave it is happening for you, or your planetary alignments, right? So just scroll down, go to my page. I think it's called a page, and scroll down and see. And then you have to not just look at the post. I write below that, right? And you will find, it has been mentioned. Just say, okay, then Uranus is going to be in Taurus till 2026. I've already spoken about that. That means the changes, the radical changes are going to be ongoing. There's no going back to the old way of being in a lot of things. There will be new, and you have to keep up with the new, with the changes. You're going to be left behind if you don't. For the collective as well, I'm talking now of the divine masculines, the masculine energy, the male energy. The last bell happened sometime last month, for certain waves at least. And then think of it like the station master said the last whistle that the train is about to leave, and then the steam came, and then you could see the wheels turning, and then the train ever so slowly started moving. People were still getting on board. Now the train is about to leave the platform. For those who are still resisting the changes, resisting letting go of certain situations, next 2.5 months are not going to be happy. Okay. The changes are here and the changes are going to take place, and the more you go happily, the easier it is to settle in. Pluto, who's also in Capricorn, will go direct on October 4th. This is very important. Pluto, the god of death, of changes, I look at him more as, if Saturn is talking, bringing us karma from past life, Pluto has the entire folder of every past life, the book of the Akashic records, right? Chitragut probably reports to both of them. Pluto has been in Capricorn since 26th of November 2008. Before that, he was in Sagittarius. And he's going to be there till 23rd March 2023. Capricornians, you are going through a review of lifetimes. You will be asked to change a lot over and over and over again. For the collective, what does that mean? Just because you were like, all right, I'm okay if girls go to study, I'm okay if girls start working, as long as she is doing a woman's profession, whatever that means, like teacher, nurse, something. And then it became, it's all right if women work. Then it became, oh, but if it's the uniform, there's no harm in wearing pants or jeans. After all, it is like a shalwar, as long as the shirt is long. The change is constant. So just because something was, is not going to be a good enough reason for it to continue. And we will be asked to change our minds and the way we look at things again. Does not mean you're not making progress. Because you're making progress, now the next thing, now the next thing, now the next thing. And this is going to be happening till 2023. And with Uranus in Taurus, that is till 26, a lot of changes in how the, at least in our country, we are still, we need a lot of evolution. We are really lagging behind even in ascension for a lot of reasons. I'm making a separate video on that for sure, because a lot needs to be spoken and addressed. But those changes are now inevitable. There's no escaping it. All right. So, that being said, what does it translate for us is remember to stay in balance, clear your chakras at this time. Don't let your fears dictate your decisions. If you're afraid, for example, what if I lose my job permanently? What would be wiser instead of going and acting as a people pleaser to keep your job is to start looking for alternative jobs or becoming that entrepreneur that you wanted to be, start your business or find something else that you've been wanting to do. Uh, if you are afraid your finances are not being met, start now for the to make sure that that situation doesn't come which is keeping you stuck in a situation. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. You have to take the baby steps and forget about, but what if it's a mistake? Nothing is a mistake, it's a learning opportunity. This whole concept of people, what will they think, and this is going to go through radical change. I keep talking about marriages because that is going to definitely change. Ascension is going to bring a lot of social awareness, being there for each other, which is severely lacking in our country. I've already talked about it. Everyone needs to listen to it over and over again. I'll make it a clip and play it again for people. So we have to be listening to our intuition, pay attention to our health, go inward and look at our lives and where we want to take action, or we have already previously taken action but we want to do a redo. People might be coming at us short tempered, they might be miscommunications, people will feel very frustrated, and all of that. We have to be the epicenter of the calm. We have to step up and be the light workers. We have to be there for each other because we are moving towards the Aquarius age, which is about we all are one. The individualistic concept of the Capricornian existence is now going to be erstwhile. Capricorns, if you look at them, Ravesha, don't take it about you, but as a general thing, they want power, they want authority, they want respect, they demand it, whether they've earned it or not, whether they whatever. It's like it's very egocentric and it's about one person. Dictators, tyranny, tyrants, not nepotism. What is that word I'm looking for? Despot. Very Capricornian. Yes, they are step by step, very methodical, very disciplined, but it has nothing to do with others. If it is for others, it's because they want praise, they want validation, they want others to say bravo. you know, it's about being seen as someone respected rather than being a respectful person, honorable person. They'll pretend to be honorable rather than be honorable. There's a difference. Doing the right thing for the right reason is not there as much. And no one else can understand the high of being in the limelight than a Leo. I'm the first to admit it's a high, but that's not the be and all. We are one. When I go through a transformation, it changes something as a ripple effect, something in everyone whose life I have touched. And then everyone who touches their life, their lives gets transformed too. We are that closely connected, right? So next year, especially for you, Ravisha, and anyone Capricorn here, no social media at all, at all. Like, okay, what do I mean by no social media? Delete anyone who's a relative, who's a school friend, who is a family member, who is a colleague. So, who can you follow? Your teachers, your guides, an author you like, something like that. No newspapers, no watching news at all for first 6 months. I'm joking, but I'll tell you why. There's going to be a lot of cluttering, confusion, a lot of illusions, a lot of false information that we are going to be bombarded. Like I said, Ravisha, I said that lightheartedly. I'm not being that literal, but false relations, in the sense they're not false. I need to figure out how to state this. Like relatives, friends, school friends, they're useless. They're contributing nothing to your life. Get rid of them from your social media. They're only there for gossip. They're not even there for gossip. They're there to do this. Get rid of them. Anyone who is keeping you in 3D energy, who is uh, taking religious sides, who is in divisive separatism energies, get rid of them. Not from your life, from your platforms, so that you can separate your energy from them. You don't have to read their rubbish opinions, or they cannot come and crap on your beautiful high vibe post. That's what I'm trying to say. But stay away from news. News. Okay. So one of my friends said, but I only listen to X, Y, and Z reporters because they're really honest. I said, okay. If they really are that genuine, why are they still being allowed to air their opinion if they are somewhere not giving in to the matrix? Is still keeping certain energies on your timeline. You want to move away from this timeline of death, despair, poverty, all of that, then anyone who's in any way talking about it has to be shut down temporarily, at least till you can not be affected by it. They are light workers fighting and debating on political figures. They're bashing each other up, saying this is not right and that is not right. We are all one piece of the jigsaw puzzle. Everyone has a certain bandwidth of people who they are addressing and may make sense too. Uh, so, if you're fighting, you're still fighting, you're still duality. Let's not do that. Make sure to meditate, drink a lot of water, stay grounded. Grounding is extremely important at this time. Uh, Figuring out, and if it comes across as something I'm not trying to say, I'll try to correct it. But for example, those of you who have chosen me, your heart or your soul has chosen me to be your coach or mentor, you have to separate your ego and recognize that this person is my mentor, my coach, my guide, my teacher, my guru, whatever the words. If a word triggers you, go figure out why. The word is not important. Someone who's showing you the way, who's assisting you, who's empowering you, Every one of us has been given that one person. Um, it's going to be important that you come humbly to them second half of this month onwards so that they can help you across this very difficult time. 2.5 months. The difficulty may not even be that big. It may just be some nagging emotion constantly. Headaches will be there for a lot of people. Blurry vision is going to be bad. Stomach issues, depending on who's purging. Masculines are going to go through a lot of stuff. Karmic cycles that have not yet ended and they're ending. People who have taken steps. Oh, yes. Those who have started some legal actions, you can go ahead. But anyone starting to think now, hold on for a few days and months. If you've already started the process, keep going. There's nothing wrong. Um, there will be a lot of sexual frustration. The unfortunate side of this can be rise in rape incidents, pedophile. The word that had come to me every time I was trying to channel this Mercury Mars retrograde was blood, blood bath, blood boiling, bloody in the blood. So I don't know what it has to do with the blood, because a lot of times even I come to know. For example, a lot of things that I channeled, then Ravisha pointed out to me a few weeks back. I had talked about all this 2 years back. I didn't know. Uh, when I talked about this year in December, um, there's going to be a complete change of the economy, and there might be an economic crash, and there'll be financial whatever. I did not know it's going to be global. Second, I did not know it's going to be caused by a disease. I just get certain messages and I pass them on to you, which is why if I say something, if you make a note in some diary or something, you'll be able to see and understand, oh, this is what's happening now. Because I don't keep track of what I'm saying, or, you know. What else was the symptoms I was saying? Feeling nauseous, dizziness. So grounding is very important. Uh, Doing Ho'oponopono at this time is going to really help you, especially if old anger is coming up with people. Expressing yourself, even if you don't want to take people's name, but you want to talk about something that has happened, to empower others, to assist others, not just to gain sympathy or understanding or compassion from others. That's not our agenda here. Our agenda is from my wound, if others can learn, then we share. Otherwise, no point sharing. It's not about, oh, well, I went to this and I went to that and that and that and that, and so I'm great. No. Um, Throat chakra issues will be a lot. You might find suddenly the phlegm is back, the mucousy feeling, because we need to speak up. The masculine, the male energy needs to speak up a lot, clarify a lot of things, take their power back. But right now they're being held back, right? So they'll feel lost, confused, fogginess of the brain, forgetting things, forgetting words, forgetting dates, not knowing in what month or year you are. It might be for just a split second, and then you're like, um, what else were we going to talk about? Right. I think I have covered most of what I have wanted to say. If I remember more, probably it will be on Insta. In the meantime, if anyone has questions, now we can start our question answer session, and we can chat as well. We can just hang out. I'm here after so long that, of course, I would love to chat, and four of you are here. So, rest and rejuvenation, like I said, yes, it's going to be very important. When whatever your body says at this time, Please listen to it. You are sleepy, sleep. If you are thirsty, have water. You want to share something and ask something, please do. Are you going to be typing it? So can I keep talking in the meantime? If you're suddenly thinking, and especially in the healthy sense, you're thinking of a fruit or vegetable or some kind of salad over and over again, or at least it has come twice in your head, eat yogurt. I want to eat yogurt. I want to have strawberry. Get it. That's what I mean by listen to your body at this time, especially about no, it's a very normal phobia. A lot of people can't stand either the sight or the smell of blood, and it's fine. uh, yeah, because we're already in the shadow aspect, right? Today is what, fifth, sixth. Hey, another complaint. Only Ravisha wished me for Teachers' Day. Oh, make now all the physical symptoms, wala. You have to really start imagining the roots, deep breathing into your stomach, slowly exhale at least 3 times, then connecting with the white light. Doesn't take much time. Imagining the golden bubble or the pink bubble around you. Sage, let me light some more before I leave you all. And this, I'm setting the intention to clear all your energies. So take 3 deep breaths right now, all of you, and imagine the white light. And I'm setting the intention for all of your energies to be cleared, any negative cords to be cut from you, to shield you, to transmutate any negative, heavy energies, blockages that you may be carrying inside of you. So I'm setting the intention for all of you who are here right now or will watch it as a playback. It's here. So Meghna, make sure you do all that. Work with Ho'oponopono and the violet flame whenever negative feelings come up. All right. For example, you're feeling angry because you've not been able to express your anger. Visualize the violet flame starting from your heart but also from your throat and expanding till it's you're fully engulfed in it. And then also try and see whatever the mentally, whatever you're visualizing, the distance between you and the other person, encompass that with the violet flame. Your home, every room you can imagine from floor to the ceiling to to be filled with the violet flame. Can you talk a little about the political system? I'll make a separate video about all that because not everyone is going to, like I said, Ravisha, let's try and figure out the Zoom or something. And I'm going to take a very minimal energy exchange for those who want to join in. And then we can at least have a safe and open space to talk about things. Hey, Lekha, thank you. Lekha, you didn't even wish me on my birthday. I'm putting everyone on guilt trip today. I do request you, Lekha, to also rewind and watch the whole thing once it will upload. I don't know why these days it doesn't instantly upload to my channel, but as soon as the live will get uploaded, please do watch it in entirety, because a lot of messages and some dates were very crucial. On 17th, 18th, probably uh, it's going to be a day when I would ask you to verify and recheck everything. I'm saying this for everyone who's here. There are some days when the energies are going to be really, really difficult. Um, you may be ultra sleepy, headache, stomach pain, stomach purging, excruciating pain, like in the intestine type of thing. Uh, between 15th to 18th of September, probably. For those of you who are getting a heart reactivation, that is also going to be happening towards the end of this month. So, imagining emerald green flame. Can you see it? I hope you can. Jade green. Do I have any jade green? No, I don't. And baby pink. Seeing those flames as well, the same way that you do the violet flame, is going to help. If you're someone who has a very vivid imagination like me, you can completely visualize the rainbow colors. And who here needs to speak up? My throat is constantly going. Yeah, it does. Pay attention to birds, animals, be it images, pictures, drawings, real, that are coming again and again. Oh, the other day, the sweetest thing happened. I was watching something on YouTube, and a baby dragonfly came and just sat here for 5 to 7 minutes. The dragonfly was right here on my phone. It was the sweetest thing. So pay attention to those. Pay attention to, as you're passing by or doing something, if someone is humming a song, or certain songs are coming again and again to you, there might be messages in that for you. All right. Pay attention to repetitive messages, lines, books, something coming to you. Mm, anything else? It's okay, Lekha. I'm just kidding. So let's see. What should we ask? Is there any question, or and just we are just chatting, so no stress. I'm terrible with dates too, Lekha, and especially this year because I've been in other timelines and dimensions very literally most of the time. The good news is that, well, this year my birthday was very significant, as well as this upcoming new moon. I think it's on 17th in Virgo, is going to be very significant for me. I need all your prayers, is because Virgo is where my midheaven is, which is, for me, it is about finally getting into the life mission fully. And I'm supposed to be a spiritual teacher. I was told I'll be teacher of teachers. I don't know what that means, but um, so I'm hoping that this period of silence on my channel is ending. But let's not speak too soon. Thank you. Thank you. So, what up? How are you all? How are the energies treating you? How many of you went through fights or Arguments with parents and family. You're a teacher and that's sweet. That's amazing. No, why are you kidding? It's true. Yeah, we have to go inward, hermit. There will be arguments, but there'll also be love. Now, love, when I say love, of course, I come from being a Leo. I'll always think it's about romance, but those are not the only people who love us. Now, for me, for example, this is always Ace of Wand means inspiration, passion, starting something or whatever. But I will always look at it as, ooh, the uh, passionate encounter kind of energy. Uh, this can mean reconciliation, the offer coming in. Let's stop putting this. So you had arguments with your family and stuff. Things came up. Did you manage to join the dots? Now what you have to start doing, all of you, is start joining the dots. If a sudden memory comes up from your childhood, for example, or someone mentions something, or you come across a journal, or an argument happens, a fight happens, and you remember something, go tackle it, deal with it, see what is there, check if there's an inner child there, uh, talk to that inner child, give it the safe space, express, allow the inner child to express itself. Ask what you, as the adult version of her or him, can do. You don't have to always physically do it. In your mind you can do it. Any guidance? Let's see if there's any guidance, or what should we focus on this month, or whatever. Angel of balance, Libra. Be balanced, be in balance. Throat chakra. Who's having problems in the throat chakra? Who needs to speak up? Come on. Who needs to say something to someone that is choking you up? Anxiety. There'll be a lot of anxiety this month. The masculines are already feeling it. A lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. Wanting a new beginning in a lot of situations, but not knowing what to do. How have you been, Lekha? What up? Meghna, any questions? Anything to do with energies? Anything. You can ask anything. I'm here after so long. Otherwise, I'm just going to pull out a couple of guidances and call it a day. And I will just remind you, be nice, be polite, give it a thumbs up, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't, hit the bell icon, so that when I come suddenly online like this, you get a notification and you don't miss it. All right. You are going to receive healing. A lot of things are going to start healing in your life. Things are going to get better for sure. That Three of Cups came, and then in this deck as well. So you might be spending time with friends. This is a time to focus on your soul tribe. Maybe we'll do some kind of this community gathering thingy. And leading to what? The blessings. I said Jupiter is going to give us all some wonderful blessings. It's a 11. I was told months back. It's suddenly coming back to me. 11th of this month is going to be very significant, at least for me. I've forgotten. So are we done, people? I leave you with a lot of love and light. I hope you give me a lot of love and light. Lekha, was that your energy? Because you're learning to speak up for yourself. You are now stepping up. It's not, I'm not saying you were not empowered, but now you are coming into that new avatar of yours ever so slowly. Try and have muleti. I don't know what it's called. It's called muleti. It's a sweetish bark. Just suck on it, a tiny bit of it for a few days. Okay? Then tell me how you're doing. It was great chatting with you all too. So I'm just going to light my Paolo Santo to help you all ground and earth and me to integrate back after channeling. Stay blessed, all of you. Oh yeah, and if there are any topics that you want me to make separate videos, like Ravisha, you said political or what is changing, we are so lagging behind on this journey. There is another topic which I want to be doing a lot of is about parenting, especially in our country. Different kind of dysfunctional or toxic that has caused us something, how to undo and stuff like that. Let me know what topics. I'm so glad, Lekha. Now go for, don't be in doubt, don't be afraid. Now that you've taken the leap of faith, know that God has got you. Humans can let us down, not God. So I love you all, and I hope uh, once it uploads, you will all like, comment, share, and that stuff. Love you. Bye.